Oh, it's oozing. It's oozing out the sides. Oh, it's starting to drip. It's starting to drip. Just took the guts right out of it. Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm back with the #1 best-selling tabletop s'mores maker on Amazon, and that is this, the Nostalgia brand. I've done quite a few products by Nostalgia, but I haven't tried this one yet, so let's see how it works in today's video. All right, so here it is. I paid about 30 bucks for this. It's currently the #1 bestseller in this category and has a 4.4 star rating among over 17,000 reviews. Let's see what we got here. Thank you card. We've got some instructions, which I'll read these over. It's fine. It seems a little bit smaller in person than I expected, but that's not a bad thing. Now, most of the comments are pretty positive on Amazon, but a lot of people did say the cord was too small, so we'll have to see if that's an issue or not. I mean, it's small, but it's not that small. Now this just, I guess this just rests on here. It doesn't snap into place or anything. Some people were complaining that it's kind of loose, and it is kind of loose. Does it snap? It doesn't really snap. I got a couple of skewers here. These are pretty small. These seem a lot smaller than they look online. That means you have to get pretty close to the heat, but maybe that's not an issue. All right, so here's the entire unit. Now this is a 270 watt burner. It has 2 stainless steel roasting forks, 4 trays for ingredients, which I still need to assemble. Now a lot of people seem to like it and say it's fun and easy to use, but I did see some people complaining that you have to get the marshmallows too close to the heat. And quite a few people, like I said the cord was too short. So I'm gonna read over these instructions. Clean this off, assemble it, and then get started. All right, read over the instructions, washed everything off, and here we go. Now the base unit just kind of snaps together. There's not much to that. Now what you're supposed to do is feed the cord through the center of the tray, just like that. And then this just kind of rests on there. It doesn't really snap into place, it just kind of rests. So I guess once you get it kind of in the right spot, it doesn't move around too much. All right, so here we go. The how to operate instructions. Place the electric s'mores maker on a flat, stable surface near an electrical outlet. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I don't have an electrical outlet nearby, but I have an extension cord. Next up, always make sure that the cord is away from any water source. Well, there goes my bathtub s'mores combination. Plug the appliance into an electrical socket. S'mores maker plugged in. Fill the food tray with marshmallows, graham crackers, chocolate, and other desired food items. Now it's kind of funny, I was reading some comments. People love Hershey's or hate it. So I'm gonna try it with and without. Try to be a non-denomination chocolate user here. So I got some chocolate right here. Some people said to use Reese's, so I might try one of those. I saw some people swear by Cadbury, so let's try that as well. Oh, it's all broken to pieces. It's all broken to pieces. Not Cadbury's fault, but that did happen. I figured I'd get a Mr. Beast bar just to represent the YouTube community. I haven't actually tried these yet, so maybe I should do that as well. Let's try some graham crackers now. Hopefully not too many of these are broken. These are campfire marshmallows that are designed for s'mores. I thought that'd be perfect. They're a little bit larger, but they should work well. These are some massive marshmallows. Look at the size of this thing. Well, I can literally fit 4 of them in there. So here's what we've got. I've got some Mr. Beast chocolate here, some Reese's, Cadbury and Hershey's. They can fight it out over there together. Some gigantic marshmallows and some graham crackers. So I think we're just about ready. Oh, and the power button's back here. I'm going to push through the marshmallows to turn that on there. Somewhere in the instructions it should have said to put this on there, but it didn't. We'll place that on there. I think we are all set. Next up, turn the power on. Well, there's no power light that I see. I guess if that starts glowing, I'll know that it's on, but this didn't light up or anything. All right, I'm starting to smell a burning smell, so I guess that's a good thing. I've got my stopwatch going. We'll see how long this takes to actually heat up. Next part of the instructions, it says, after a period of time, it doesn't specify what that time is, the heater and top cover may glow red hot. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna take my air drumsticks here and put some marshmallows on them. It's funny, the marshmallow actually towers over the size of the skewer here. Here we go. We do have glowing red hot heat, so I think we're about ready to go. It says put the marshmallows onto the tines of the roasting fork provided, so we are ready to go. Hold the handle of the roasting fork and hold above the heater. Rotate frequently to ensure even heating. So at that point, you just do it until it's the desired level of roasting and you're done. So here we go, first marshmallow. Some people online were saying you should rotate it slowly, but I don't know. Other people were saying that you have to hold it so close to the heat that you can actually get it all over there. And quite a few people said it's kind of a long process, so I'm gonna have to take all in consideration and see what happens. I mean, it's pretty warm. There's a good amount of heat coming off there. I would say that it only took about 2 minutes for it to completely warm up, so that's not too bad. Some people are saying it takes up to 5 minutes, but it definitely was ready after about 2 minutes. But we are roasting here. We're getting some color on the marshmallow. We're making progress. Of course, it has been about 2 or 3 minutes already, so it's kind of a slow process. People were saying it's kind of slow. I believe it. The other thing is my hand is still pretty close to the heat. I mean, I'm only a few inches away from that. I'm starting to smell marshmallow in here. That's kind of good. I'm afraid this marshmallow is going to fall off here, but let's keep going. I find that rather than rotating it continuously, it's best to hold it in place for a few seconds and then move on. That seems to heat it better than constantly rotating it. Of course, I'm still learning. This is my first marshmallow, but I am making some progress. Look at this. And the marshmallow is getting a little bit unsteady on the skewer here. I feel like it's starting to kind of move around a little bit. I do like my marshmallows a little browner than that, but it's starting to kind of wobble a little bit. Oh, it's starting to drip. It's starting to drip. It's starting to drip. I've got my graham cracker with chocolate. I'm just going to stick it on there. I'm going to stick it on there. It's starting to fall off with my massive marshmallow. Oh, and it just took the guts out. It just took the guts right out of it. All right, here we go. Oh, it's oozing. It's oozing out the sides. Maybe these marshmallows are too big. That's what we got. So let's try a bite of this. It's kind of messy. I have a feeling I'm going to take a bite of this. It's going to drip everywhere. All right, well, it's pretty good, pretty messy, and I think those giant marshmallows might be too big for these purposes, so I'm gonna have to get some smaller marshmallows and try those out. I would say attempt number 1 was pretty good, but we can do better, so I'm gonna get some smaller marshmallows and try take 2. All right, I think these campfire marshmallows are just too big. Nice try, but you're gonna ride the pine the rest of this review. So I went to the store and I got these, which they say they're large, but they're certainly much smaller, so let's try those out. Let's try a Mr. Beast version here. I've got a big thing of Mr. Beast chocolate here on my graham cracker. I'll have that ready for my next one. All right, I think it's warmed up enough now. It's red hot once again. Let's take one of my smaller large marshmallows. This seems to be better suited for this size skewer. It kind of fits, so let's give it a shot here. I'll start my stopwatch and see how long this takes for this small marshmallow. Now the packaging on these marshmallows say large, but compared to the first one I tried, they look tiny. I'm really just kind of eyeballing it, so when one side gets brown, I just flip it over to the other side. They were saying to rotate it, but I think if you rotate it too much, it's going to slow down the process. I will say, compared to a campfire, this is definitely a lot slower. We're getting some browning going on. You can kind of tell the marshmallow starts getting kind of wobbly, you know it's almost done. And it is wobbling. It is wobbling pretty bad. You can see it's starting to fall off. It's starting to fall off here. I'm trying to hold in place. It's starting to fall. All right, so we're going on this more here. This is the Mr. Beast version. Probably a better size marshmallow. What do you guys think? Looking pretty good. I'm gonna let that cool down just a little bit and then give it a shot. 3 minutes for one marshmallow, oh, that's kind of slow. Let me try 2 at the same time and see how that goes. Starting the stopwatch, I'm gonna try 2 at the same time. So right now at about 30 seconds, I'm seeing my first browning here. I'm seeing a little bit of, some smoke came off. Oh, we got some burning. I kind of like it actually. I'm kind of liking that. I don't know how I got burnt. Maybe I held it too close, but that's actually not a bad thing. Let's keep trying, see if we can get more of that. All right, it seems like the second round is going a little bit faster. I guess maybe it's just warmed up even more. So the longer it runs, maybe the hotter it gets. I'm at about a minute and a half right now, and I'm getting definitely some browning on here. But you really have to hold it really close to the burner. I mean, almost right on top of it. I can see how people were saying they were actually getting it on there, and that was kind of a mess to clean up. All right, this was starting to wobble. Even though it doesn't look that done, it's starting to wobble. I gotta put one down to work on the other one. All right, this one is falling off completely. This is the Cadbury version. Oh, looking pretty good. And this other one was already pretty much done. So I've got it on a Reese's here. Graham cracker, Reese's, and marshmallow. Top that off. And there we go. All right, so let me try what we got here. I got 3 of them. So let's start off with the Mr. Beast, which is cooled a little bit. Mr. Beast, marshmallow, and graham cracker. Here we go. All right, that's pretty good. Now, from what I can tell, the Mr. Beast is sweeter than the Hershey's, but quite good on the s'mores. Next up, the Cadbury s'mores. The Cadbury version was very good. It has a creamier texture than the other chocolates. But I've got to say that melted marshmallow around facial hair is not a good combination. But we have one more to try. Here is the Reese's s'mores version. That looks pretty good. Wow, that's good. I gotta say, I never tried a Reese's on a s'mores before. That's kind of next level. That's really good. So if you're a Reese's fan, definitely something to try. But all of them turned out pretty good. I think that it worked pretty well. But before I wrap this thing up, I've got a few more things I want to try out. Now, someone on Amazon said this could double as a campfire stove. So let's see if that's actually the case or not. I've got it all warmed up here, and I've got my mini egg pan with an egg inside. I'm not sure if it's going to be too hot, but let's see what happens. This could be a disaster, but we shall see. Doesn't seem like it's real flat, so I'm not sure if that's gonna work too well. All right, it's going slow, but I do have an update for you. It is working. I mean, like I said, it's pretty slow, but it can be used for this, shockingly. There's a bit of a smell coming off that. I think maybe it's some of the old s'more material they got on there. But you know, in a pinch, I think it will work. And the fact that it is slow is probably good as far as cooking eggs goes, because you don't want eggs to be on high heat. So it seems like it's low enough heat that you can actually make eggs on this. Of course, you probably only want to use a small pan like this, which only makes one egg at a time. But it does work. Right, there we are, post flip. It's looking pretty good. I think it will work for this, shockingly. So let's say you're not quite as worried about safety and you just want a quicker method of making s'mores. How about something like this Colsen fire pit? Let's put it right there in the center. I've condensed this down to the bare minimum. I have one Mr. Beast chocolate here, one marshmallow, and my graham cracker. There's no waiting for this one to heat up. It's gonna be heated up as soon as you light it. First thing you have to do is add some 91% alcohol. Just adds the flavor of your s'mores. Now we light it up. Skewering the marshmallow. No waiting for this one to heat up. It's already good to go. Here we go. Let's see how long this takes. Someone tells me this is not going to take quite as long. Look at that, seconds. What was that, 5 seconds? Look at that. And there we go. That was a lot faster. Well, you can't put this out easily. Done. 3 minutes as opposed to about 5 seconds. It's certainly a big difference. That's basically a simulated campfire for you. Some might say that was too fast, that only the outside cooked, but you know, people do it different ways. Let's take a bite of this. So that was just kind of a ridiculous demonstration, but it does show that you don't need a s'mores maker to make s'mores. You can use any flame. Some people use their gas stove. But as far as all the s'mores that I made, I would say the Reese's is on the next level. But of all the different chocolates I tried, I actually think the Mr. Beast paired best in a s'more setting. Overall, I do think it works. It's kind of slow. I think most people who get this will probably like it, provided they don't mind the slow process. But that's all I've got. If you've tried this s'mores maker, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.